coexist with the rats, man, I don't know. There's a hole inside my head, all the bad things seem to go.
We had been changing the band name every week. My mom gave me some money to buy some baked beans and some Shasta soda, and which I spent on other things. So my friend was like, oh, we're gonna have to steal beans. And so we went to Safeway and he loaded a bunch of baked beans under his sweater. Then I got back in the car, I was like, that's the band name. And it's the dumbest band name in the world, but now I'm kind of stuck with it, and it's funny, it has multiple meanings.
You did go back and pay for the beans, right?
Yes, we did.
Just like the fables in the world it labels, Mama told me so long ago.
Tonight on Band in Seattle, a wild one-man band, Steel Beans, will leave you stunned, impressed, and sometimes actually quite bewildered. Don't miss this one. Welcome to Band in Seattle.
Unleash my walrus in five-star lobbies, oh my God. A corporate mouse pit, Frank call the office and my regard. Wanna see you spin around and lost to my song and dance. You're shooting breaks and I'm bulletproof, you want the truth. I'm the golden child.
I started playing drums when I was 2. My grandparents just put a drum set in front of me. I was just a drummer until middle school. I got into guitar, and then I started getting into just songwriting in general and collecting all these records from the 60s at these antique stores for like $1 a piece. Just started writing songs heavily every day since the early 2000s. Fast forward to maybe 2005, I was comfortable to have people that I could actually introduce my songs to. Because when you start, it's like a really vulnerable, I'd hide my cassette tapes, have them stashed so people wouldn't hear. I left a cassette at one of my friend's house one time and his mom listened to it. Because this doesn't sound like the Jeremy I know.
We go together, whatever the weather, we've gone too far to turn back now. Save me from the conduit's closing. My soul bears me with your speed. I promise not to touch her down. Kill me up and comprehensive and make me forget. Transcend me from this tragic dimension. Maestro knows me.
Maestro Dosing is from 2020, made for a high-energy rock trio, and you can find the full show on YouTube from 2020 of live at Tony's a week before the end of the world. Right off the top, it's a play on words with micro-dosing, which is becoming more of a thing, but the theory here is that the maestro is the guy playing the song or writing the song, and the song is the drug.
We don't know how long we've got. We don't know how love operates. We go together, whatever the weather, we've gone too far to turn back now. Save me from the conduit's closing.
originally in 2007, which is when this band became official, I didn't have a full vision for what it would become. I just knew I wanted to put elements of all my favorite stuff into it. It was surf, and it was psychedelic, and it was a little ska. And as it got more developed, I knew that I wanted to make music that I would listen to myself. It's hard to pin down, and it's a marketing train wreck because it's so multi-genre, but for people that are a fan of what the band does, people are kind of catching on that every couple of years the band and the genre changes. In 2020 we had a real rock alternative oriented band that was a trio. 2021 we had a quartet that was really 1967 psychedelic inspired. This year we have an 8-piece band that has vibraphones, horns, guitar, 2 vocalists, percussion, which spans from danceable pop to jazzy, kind of avant-garde improvisations. So for my audience that is there regularly, they expect every year something to be different. Consistently, I have heard the last 3 years, this is the best band I've seen you with yet, which feels amazing. Yeah, when I'm on guitar, I can't help but jump around. You know, my saying has always been, if I'm not botching notes, I'm not moving around enough. I'm one of these people that music moves me, I want to dance. That's the only downside of being stuck behind the drums, is I can't get up there and dance around.
Don't be distracted by factors come life. The ancient futures only happening now. Oh.
After the break, discover more about steel beans.
Since 2007, we've had nearly 50 members, kind of a revolving door of who I find to be the most spicy, interesting, like-minded, eccentric artists in the greater Seattle area. And around 2011 maybe, and I was just waiting for the bass player and the drummer to show up at the time. So it kind of happened by accident. I sat down and just started playing the drums when I still had the guitar in my hand. Purely by accident, path of least resistance. I move at the speed of inspiration. If it were something I would have set out to do, like I want to learn to play drums and guitar, it would have never happened. So I have a full drum set, and I have my guitar, my amp, and then just vocals. I'll incorporate the keyboard sometimes, and a sampler here and there. I think the best thing about my show is that if there's a mistake, I'm gonna turn that into something. I'm gonna sell that. If my pants rip and I fall off the stage, I'm gonna turn it into part of the show and capitalize on it. And I think that's my life story, is turning all my weaknesses into strengths. I mean, I thought about that the other day. I was like, oh, that's my whole thing.
Call me when the world explodes, when the sun burns out and the whole globe is froze. Keep me notified when the lies expose. Think fast, break the glass, case your mind explode. If we go extinct, send a link to the download. Call me when the world explodes. Oh, there must be someplace I can lay my head. Oh, we may have to wait until I'm dead. Realize that we all want the same, and we are not about to walk away. We're gonna make.
So Landline started with a break beat on my sampler, just a drum loop, and then started playing keys and singing on top of it live, and eventually found the melody to it. The lyrics started developing into something where it was this big play on words about apocalyptic events, combining themes of the disposable modern social media along with catastrophic events. Call me when the world explodes, when the sun burns out and the globe is froze. If we go extinct, send a link to the download. I think there's something so serious and lightly funny.
Like and subscribe when the universe implodes. Call me on the lead line, bone for shell. You divide us just as much as them. If there's no compromise, then no one wins. Realize that we all want the same. We are not about to walk away. We're gonna make it today.
I'd mostly start from melody. Sometimes I'll start from words, but to me the syllables and the notes are more important. I think that music is a much older language than everything verbal. A lot of my stuff I'll write when I'm just driving or mowing lawns. I'll just start hearing melodies, then I'll run to my truck, sing it into my phone. Then when I get home, I'll try to find what key it's in and transpose it. It's truly, once you work hard at it long enough, it's fairly effortless. Everything just comes to you. And as soon as I feel like I'm trying at all, I go, okay, I need to switch from guitar to piano, or I need to go shoot a video or something to change it up.
Disconnected or is no longer in service.
When we return, find out more about steel beans.
Making so cavalier when I'm swinging from the chandeliers, you know. One of these days those riders give way. Think it's probably about your time. Are you gonna swallow? Just don't
Chandeliers just started as a break beat. I just had a drum loop going, I was playing keys to it, and I heard the melody first. And then the lyrics later became a little more politically direct. It doesn't need to be anything more than a pop song. And so maybe that's why like the lyrics started to angle towards having a political message to them.
People moving left to right, others moving right to left. You know, the general directions forward ahead. Everybody make a sound. When it comes to time, they all find out. They were wrong all along, now their egos deflate. And it's just so late if I could be the one to run away. Now life will sing your way. We'll all wait till the run sinking ship. Till the last breath I take.
Well, it used to be a lot more loose in the past, but in the last few years, since the program's kind of changed genre-wise, theme-wise, and aesthetically, I think the real fans are just kind of excited to see what's next. Once I get a bigger market and a bigger following, it'll be exciting to tour around and go, what's he gonna do next year?
Be careful who you rob and elbows well. In the world of the brave rise to every small is counterfeit. The talk is the type of rock. Some mechanical and say the devil in the bottle.
When people are in this band, it's unlike anything they've ever done, usually, because it's like, oh, we're gonna have costumes, there's gonna be a theatrical sketch in the middle. There's these themes every year. It's like, oh, we're 1967 this year, and we had oil light shows. You know, like there's times in the past where it's like, we're a reggae band this summer. It's fun to be able to do that and change it up, and we're putting the horn section in capes. You know, you're gonna wear a glitter mankini. Nothing is to be expected. A lot of bookers at this point book me, and they know that when I show up, I might have an 8-piece band. It might just be me. It might be a 4-piece. You know, it's not always like that, but I feel glad that I've gotten to a point where they're happy with whatever. He'll be here. There'll be something.
Really no reason to delay this kind of feeling with you. Why? All eyes on the day of me. Now how long do you expect me to be proud of you? Black cow calls on the path for good luck. The rain has been due for 2 months, so I step slide. Chin up a charcoal pride till we wild out. Cause you're not ready to guy, but outside, you gotta live with it outside. You gotta live with it outside. In the living room outside. Hey, oh.
What do they say? Art imitates life. I think life is, for most people, fairly boring. And I feel like all these years I've put really hard work into fostering my own reality. Because most people's reality is, oh man, rent is due, I have to do this, I have to do that. I'm just a fan of psychedelia and interesting things, cryptic wordplay that's, you know, like if you gave me a breakup song or I Am the Walrus, I'm gonna choose I Am the Walrus because it's just interesting word salad. And it's open to the listener's interpretation, so they can go, oh, I listened to that song and it meant this to me, you know? Which you'll hear a lot of artists say, and I fully endorse that. You know, if you leave it open-ended enough, more people are gonna get something good out of it.
Thank you.
Is it recess now?
It's recess. No, not for you.